Hi everyone, I'm Christy Gordson and welcome to Washington Grown. We may cry over slicing them, but onions make a delicious addition to almost any dish. So today we're talking all about the onion. In this episode, we're having some fun and heading to the annual Walla Walla Sweet Onion Festival. We're getting tattoos, eating caramel-covered onions.
Oh, you are a brave man.
And even trying our hand at an onion eating contest.
Go! Root 'em on, everybody, come on!
Then we're off to an onion farm in central Washington, where they grow onions for popular restaurant chains all over the country. Look at how big that is!
That is a super colossal onion.
Then we're in legendary chef Graham Kerr's home to see how he uses onions to cook up a delicious stir fry. All this and much more on Washington Grown.
Explosion of fragrance.
Safety first, that's my motto.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Oh, her bicep's bigger than mine. Order up.
If you're in Walla Walla, you want to be sure to check out Saffron. It's a Mediterranean kitchen with the comfy, cozy feel of home. Owner and executive chef Chris Ainsworth says it's a warm environment with good energy and full-flavored food.
It's Mediterranean style, right? So what does that mean exactly?
You know, a little Morocco, a little Spain, a little, Turkey, Italy, depends. Inspired by the region or country, but using the local ingredients that I can find here.
Well, how important is it to you to use these local ingredients?
It's very important. I mean, it's really what we were based on and why we moved here. The less steps it takes to get to the diner, the better.
Decadent soups, fresh-baked pizzas, and juicy steaks are just some of the popular items on the menu featuring those local ingredients. Customers boast that Saffron is the best restaurant in town and it never disappoints.
You know, this week I'll be here 3 times. You never have a bad experience. It's just great food, you know, using a lot of the local grown products.
I really like their flatbreads and the pork belly flatbread is so delicious.
The salads are the best in the West Coast. I'm sorry, there it is.
I've never had a bad meal here, ever, in all the years we've been coming here.
Later in the show, we're going to make one of the most popular items on Saffron's menu that features Walla Walla's famous sweet onion and pork ragù.
I'll order 5.
That's coming up. Did you know Washington produces the second most onions in the nation, behind California? And if you're a fan of Outback's bloomin' onion, Red Robin's towering onion rings, or even the red onion in Olive Garden's salad, you have this guy to thank. Carrick Bauman is a first-generation onion farmer who supplies many of the onions for those restaurants. We're off to L&L Farms in Pasco to meet Carrick and see where those tasty onions come from.
This is our 26th year. My father and I and our family started raising onions in 1988.
So family farm?
Family farm. My father, myself, and my wife and our family. And we have a special group of what I consider family, and those are the men and women that help us do this. Yeah.
What makes Washington a great place to grow onions?
Today is a perfect example.
Really?
See the sunshine?
Yeah.
We're north. So we have long days, we have super low humidity, and that keeps the diseases out of the onions. And then just the altitude, we're at a nice low altitude, about 500 feet here, and it just seems to be the right
Perfect,
fit.
Everything is in line.
Yeah, we have a customer that loves the onions out of Washington to make onion rings into. So they want a nice big one so that they can make lots of nice onion rings.
Wow.
Washington, believe it or not, grows the second most onions in the United States.
That's awesome.
And we haven't been doing it very long. Maybe the last 20 years the industry's really grown. A lot of our onions go east of the Mississippi River. some into Wisconsin. A lot of onions into the Beltway, Baltimore, Maryland. Go up and down the East Coast. Occasionally we'll export some onions to the Pacific Rim, but mostly we do domestic production.
Yeah. This big guy.
Yeah. Well, pull him out, Christy.
Really?
See how big
Seriously?
he is. Pull him
I
out.
can?
You're gonna have to pull hard.
Oh my gosh.
You need a little help.
There, I got
you
him.
go. Check
Look
out
at how big that is.
That is a super colossal
That is
onion.
a super colossal onion right there.
Once the onions are ready to harvest, a topper machine trims the onion leaves and places the onions into windrows to dry. Then they're collected and loaded into trucks. Each truck holds about 70,000 onions. Those onions are then sent to a packaging facility and shipped to stores and restaurants.
I can actually tell you I know less about growing onions now than I did 26 years ago.
Really? Why is
Because
that?
there's always something new to learn in the business.
Yeah.
So the onions are fun. They grow fairly quickly during the spring and summer, and it's a lot of fun to help nurture them along, and then we enjoy meeting the people that we sell them to along the way.
What does your family think about it?
The long days, sometimes, Dad, when are you coming home?
Yeah.
Or Dad, when's harvest over? But they love to come out and be with me and part of it, you know, and I've got nephews that like to come and be a part of it, and it is a family business. My dad and I have done it together, and it's just been a ton of fun. So.
Awesome. Well, we're glad.
Yeah,
Glad
well,
you're
thank
doing
you.
what you're doing.
We thank you, but we need
So
you
we
to
can
eat
eat
onions.
our onion
We need
rings
onions. We need to eat onion
and-
rings. We need to eat awesome blossoms. Yeah.
Do you like onion rings?
Yeah, they're okay.
To find out more about what it's like to be a farmer in Washington, go to our website, wagrown.com. I'm in Olympia, Washington, talking with Governor Jay Inslee about how Washington's agricultural industry sets us apart from all the rest.
Thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you. Nothing better to talk about than
I
ag
know.
at Washington State.
So it's a huge business for Washington State. How big is it?
Well, it's 160,000 people, $46 billion in sales. So it's a huge industry for our state. But it's also part of our culture and our identity and our aesthetic. Historically, we have been such a leader in agriculture in the world, but our growth potential is just as rosy and promising as our past, and that's what I find very exciting.
Right. When you travel around, you know, across the nation and to other countries, what do people say about Washington agricultural products?
Well, it's what they say is yum yum. I mean, you just can't beat Washington cherries, the soft wheat that we have, potatoes, you name it. It's not just quantity, it's quality with Washington, and I think that's important. In an increasingly productive world, that's what you get when you come to Washington for our ag. Our premium wines, which are winning awards right, left, and center, our new variety of apples.
Yeah. With exports, do you think that people outside of this country recognize the quality of Washington
You bet.
products?
Washington is a brand. When our cherries get flown around to Asia, people understand that. A Washington apple is a prize in Asia. Our wines are, first class. We'll be there for you, and we'll be consistent. We've been a very reliable supplier, and I think that's another thing that people appreciate about the Washington agricultural industry is that we are a good, high-quality producer, and we don't want to send you second or third class products. We want to be first class products, and Washington agriculture has done that. I think the important thing to understand about our ag industry is that we are large producers as far as quantity when you think of our potato production, but we're also very, very high quality on the upper end of the food scale, and people are starting to understand that, and we're understanding now our health is directly tied to nutrition, and that emerging movement is going to do well both for our health in the United States, but for our industry, because if you want to eat healthy, eat Washington, and that's what we're proud of.
For more information on the economic impact that Washington agriculture has on our state, log on to our website at wagrown.com. Coming up after the break, we're back at Saffron in Walla Walla to cook up one of their signature dishes featuring the Walla Walla sweet.
I'll order 5.
5 it is.
Oh my God.
Saffron is serving up top-notch Mediterranean cuisine in downtown Walla Walla. From fresh-baked flatbread pizza to a tasty salad with lamb, customers are sure to leave happy. Owner and executive chef Chris Ainsworth opened the restaurant 7 years ago, and he's a big fan of Washington's official state vegetable.
Onions are great anyways, but the Walla Walla sweet is, you have that pungency that an onion has, but then it's kind of just softened and mellowed. And, you can put it on a salad, eat it raw, you can grill it up and eat it just as it is. It's fun.
Now we're stepping in the kitchen with Chris to cook up one of his favorite onion dishes, appropriately called the grilled Walla Walla sweet onion. Our first step is to dice up our onion, capers, and anchovies.
I'm not fast like you.
We are born with that.
Yeah. There's no practice involved,
nope,
right?
Not at all.
Then we move on to the pork.
You just want to kind of just dice it and make it kind of manageable.
Okay.
Then we season both sides with some salt and let it sit for a few minutes.
Hear it sizzling?
Yeah.
Sear the meat in a hot pan with olive oil. While waiting for the pork to finish, I chat with Chris about the famous Walla Walla sweet onion.
Fortunately for us, it's, all around here.
Yeah. Do you cook with these a lot then?
They're in everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Stocks, sauces, salads, marinades.
Yeah.
So once you get a good sear on there,
yeah,
we're gonna kind of remove it really quick.
We add our chopped anchovies to the hot pan and cook them for a minute. Then add our garlic and capers and cook for 10 minutes.
You really want, you can throw a little pinch of chili flake in there. A little kick, never hurt anybody. Well, it might hurt some people, but see how right over here it's starting to get a little bit of color? That's ultimately what the whole thing's going to kind of look like.
So toasty brown.
When the 10 minutes are up, we add our chopped Walla Walla sweet, constantly stirring the ingredients.
That one just harvested.
Yeah.
Probably a few days ago.
Wow.
A day or so ago.
That's nice, isn't it, to have that kind of fresh, grown stuff so close by?
It's great. It's a big reason I came to Walla Walla. See how it's starting to soften up?
Yeah.
Add white wine.
Probably be about a half a bottle.
Oh, okay.
You gotta save some for yourself.
Exactly.
Some chicken stock and bring it to a boil.
Once we come up to a simmer or boil, we are going to put our...
Plop the pork back in?
Yeah. We'll let that simmer for probably a couple hours. Hour and a half. Till the pork is tender and falling apart.
In the meantime, we cut another onion into wedges and put them on the grill for a few minutes.
Here we're gonna go to our pork.
Yeah, we've got some that's already been pulled apart and
braised for a couple hours, then shredded and put back into the braise.
We scoop pork onto the plate, place some grilled onions on top.
Look at how pretty that looks.
Sprinkle on some toasted walnuts, add chopped lovage.
It's got like a celery flavor. You can try a little bit if you'd like. Yeah, very intense.
I've never heard of it.
Italy is probably where it's more common.
If people can't find this, is there something else that would work?
Just some nice Italian parsley.
Okay.
Grated aged sheep cheese and top it off with some chive and some olive oil.
This looks incredible. So grilled Walla Walla sweet onions.
Pork ragu.
Pork ragu.
Lovage and locally aged sheep's cheese.
Awesome.
Dig
in, man.
The Walla Walla sweet onion.
They are so nice and sweet. And with the pork.
Yep, it adds a little richness.
I'll order 5.
5 it is.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for showing. It's really easy and just a fun way to do Walla Walla sweet onions. It's the star.
To get the recipe for grilled Walla Walla sweet onion, log on to our website at wagrown.com.
I'm at the Sweet Onion Festival in Walla Walla, and I want to go check it out, but it is always more fun with a friend. So, Tomas, what do you say? Should we go check it out?
I can't wait.
Okay, let's do it. We'll have some fun.
Our first stop is to get tatted up with what other than the Onion Festival mascot himself, Sweetie the Onion.
That's a tattoo of fear right there.
So then you peel it off.
I think I'll have her add Mom at the bottom of it. You know what's really sad about these tattoos? Her bicep's bigger than mine. Oh yeah, that'll look great. That is beautiful though. Look at that.
Look at this. 27 million pounds of Walla Walla sweets.
$26 million.
That's awesome.
Before we get too carried away with fun, I meet up with festival director Kathy Fry-Tremald to chat about this 30-year-old tradition.
Oh, the festival is so much fun. They have so many activities they can do. We've got a kids zone that kids, they decorate the onions, they get face paint. The adults, they can do an onion eating contest. Kids too, they love it. Food, great onions, blooming onions, caramel covered onions.
Caramel
yes.
covered onion.
Just like a caramel covered apple. Except it's a sweet
kidding
onion and
me.
it's delicious.
No way.
We've been selling them for years. People love it. And we have a grape stomp, and so there's really a little bit of everything for everyone.
And why do you have a grape stomp at an onion festival?
You mean you can't see the connection?
Well, I can see, you know, they're both grown in this region.
Well, Christy, here's the scoop, okay? 100 years ago, we had Italian immigrants here. And they came over and they had this beautiful seed called the Walla Walla sweet. So that's how the onion got here, was the Italians. So we decided it was a good way to give them thanks.
What's the difference between a Walla Walla sweet onion and like a regular yellow onion?
One thing, the Walla Walla is 95% water, and you know that's gonna really make it mellow.
Okay.
And that's what it does. It's just a real flavorful, juicy bite.
Juicy bite, yes.
Tomas and I worked up an appetite.
Whoa.
So, while I may not go for the caramel-covered onion,
No, I'm gonna pass, I think.
I will take a bloomin' onion.
Thank you.
Who knew onions could be so much fun?
Who knew? And look at here, we get to try this.
And delicious.
So shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And my onion-eating adventures didn't stop there.
You ready?
2, 1, go!
Coming up, Tomas and I are going head-to-head in the festival's annual onion-eating contest. Then, I'm in the kitchen with the legendary chef Graham Kerr, and he's teaching us how to make a quick and easy dinner using Washington onions.
In the current food is thy medicine climate of nutrition and well-being, it's easy to become fixated on what Americans are not doing right. When taking steps toward improving your health, one can have a glass half full or half empty approach. Focusing only on what you need to remove from your diet creates a half empty approach. A more effective alternative is focusing on what you are doing right. Fortunately, we're seeing more whole grain products as well as a greater assortment of potatoes, fruits, and vegetables in supermarkets and restaurants. Even fast food restaurants are offering items like grilled chicken sandwiches on whole grain buns, low-fat chili, apple slices, and skin-on French fries. A recent medical term called orthorexia has been in the news and describes a person who has become overly fixated on clean eating, which is commonly associated with only consuming completely unprocessed foods. This form of strict dietary eating leaves you no room to eat a slice of bread, enjoy a pancake feed fundraiser, or utilize healthful fast food options. With severe diet books and clean eating making headlines, how does a person keep their cup half full? I encourage you to look toward the Mediterranean diet. Studies have shown this diet supports heart health and a decrease in diabetes. A Mediterranean-style diet means including whole grains and vegetables at most meals. Fruits are often eaten as desserts, olive oil is used as the principal source of dietary fat, while nuts, beans, and seeds are eaten as a good source of protein. Herbs and spices are used to season dishes rather than salt. Lean cuts of meats are eaten in small portions. So, savor a hamburger or that slice of cake on your birthday, but also remember to enjoy the simple things like a juicy peach or a hearty baked potato with colorful vegetables to keep your heart smiling.
Hey everyone, I'm here in downtown Walla Walla, Washington at the 30th annual Sweet Onion Festival. It wouldn't be a Sweet Onion Festival if you didn't have a Sweet Onion eating contest, which I think I'm gonna risk and take part in. But I'm not gonna do this alone. That's right. Christy, you and I are gonna hit that stage and we're gonna see if we can take the prize.
You always do this to me.
But it's gonna be great. I hope you like onions.
All I can say is, you're going down, buddy.
There's a challenge. Let's find out. Let's go.
Can we like intimidate the competition? Can we?
How do we do that?
I don't know. Like.
I love onions.
Oh, we have some stiff adult competition.
How about your name, sir?
My name's Tomas, and I'm from Spokane.
Tomas from Spokane. Did you guys talk each other into doing this?
No, not really.
He talked me into it.
Audience, please help me out. Let's count it down from 5. Ready? 5, 4, 3,
You ready? You ready?
2, 1, go! Come on, everybody, come on! Hey, we've got a winner! Winner, onion dinner! Yeah! This is a great contest. You guys are one.
We didn't do very well.
No, that guy killed his onion. I only took 2 bites.
Everybody! That 3 ones are winners, what I was trying to say.
So, you know, I'm gonna leave the onion eating competitions to the experts. Yeah, I like mine sautéed with a little garlic and butter.
That's right. Maybe some batter for some onion rings.
Maybe on my hamburger. Yeah.
Let's go get some onion rings. Those will be much better to eat.
So.
All right, let's do that.
Well, I am in the kitchen with the one and only Graham Kerr. I'm so excited.
And I'm in my kitchen with the one and only Christy. That's wonderful.
Thank you. And we have some beautiful vegetables here.
Yep.
What are we going to make?
I thought to stir fry because it's pretty quick, at least in the cooking time. And also, I just wanted to try and make a point about FABUS. That's my favorite acronym. I suffer from acronyms. Fresh and best in season. If it's in season, it's really got real taste to it, and the cost factor should be down low. So that should be something that we would look forward to as things become seasonal.
So shop for the season.
Shop for the season. And I'm really hoping that the supermarkets will start putting FABUS, a little sticker, FABUS.
Shop for this, that doesn't make any sense.
no, but that's fine. Come up with it by the end of the program.
I'll work on it.
All right, so this is what's in season at the present moment. This is a parsnip. It's like a white carrot, if you like. It's very nutty and sweet. And this is mokum, and I prefer this one for taste and flavor. It's just flat out gorgeous.
So a variety of carrot called mokum. Okay.
Now this fabulous fellow is Brussels sprouts, which some people hate, and the reason they may hate them is you should, when you're growing it yourself, you should always harvest from the bottom.
Okay.
All right, so you snap that off and it's that one. But if you compare that size, that's good. See how quickly it snaps off?
Yeah.
Look at this difference in the size there.
Yeah.
Right? Huge difference.
Right.
This is bitter and has a kind of nasty smell to it when it cooks.
Not good.
This is sweet and gorgeous.
Good. And we have our Walla Walla sweet onions.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, they smell good, don't they?
Aren't they good?
Yeah, they're very good.
They're so cool.
We chop our onion and add it to the pan.
That Walla Walla onion is now breaking down the little oil sacs. And as the oil sac breaks, you get this aroma.
Yeah.
If it isn't at that 250 to 300, they will boil or simmer.
Really?
They will not break out the oil sac. Now, I want to put carrots in there.
Okay.
And have a look at this. This is called bao xiang.
Oh.
And now this is a clove of garlic, which
strong.
So, this can be variously used, but one way I like to do it is to take that and put that into this saucepan. Now that saucepan there, you can saute it first if you like, but that has got a little vegetable bouillon in it.
Then we add our chopped Brussels sprouts to the stir fry and some freshly grated ginger and green onions to our sauce.
Now, to this, I would normally add a little sea salt to that, coarse sea salt, but in this case, I'm going to add this liquid here and use something called arrowroot.
Oh.
And coat that arrowroot with a little bit of water.
Uh-huh.
It is an incredible starch. It's really
so it's
good.
Gonna thicken things up?
Yes.
Okay.
Now cornstarch can do that, and that's what's normally used in this regard. We'll then take this, which is this mixture that I've just done. We pour that over the top. And as that boils down, it's going to glaze those vegetables and be drawn to a degree into them as flavor.
Look at how beautiful that looks.
Okay.
So
that's yours. And you can either have a fork or chopsticks.
Oh, well, what are you going to use?
I'm going to use chopsticks.
Okay.
So
now let's see if I can be graceful with the chopsticks.
Do you like that?
And you didn't. Oh, it's delicious.
Good.
Brussels sprouts, parsnips, carrots.
That's right.
And just that nice glaze.
The fruits that are in season and should be at a reasonable price at this time of year.
They're hot, too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christy. I understand. I had to learn how to be able to eat and talk at the same time. You know, whatever you do, don't stop.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm good. Thank you so much.
That's it. Try the Brussels sprout.
To get Graham's recipe, visit our website at wagrown.com.
Well, any way you slice it, Washington grown onions are simply the best. That'll do it for this edition of Washington Grown. Thanks for joining us.